Hi guys, I'm CJ. And this is Mika. Say hello. Come over here. Say hello. Don't be rude. And this is Mika, and welcome to our little beauty channel in this massive beauty community. Today we are going to be doing this high impact, easy makeup look / little mini eyelash tutorial crash course. So if you would like to see how to achieve this look or some tips and tricks on applying false lashes, continue watching. See you guys on the next side. All right, guys, so just jumping in real quickly because this is supposed to be a very quick, effortless, very fast makeup video. So we're gonna go in with skincare prep. I am taking a little bit of the Origins Ginseng oil-free energy boosting gel moisturizer. I just like it because it's nice and lightweight. And what I do is I also mix that with my Tarte Pro Glow in the shade Stunner, and I take just a little bit like this, and I'm gonna mix those together. I like a very illuminated look. If you don't, you can certainly just skip the highlighter step and just go in with your moisturizer. But you always want to prep your skin with some moisturizer. So I like to pat that into the skin. And now I'm going to go in with a little bit of eye cream because eye cream is very important, especially if you are using a concealer, because it kind of helps prep underneath that, and it also kind of conditions that very tissue thin like skin underneath the eye. This is the Purity Made Simple Eye. It's a really lightweight gel moisturizer, super lightweight. I have others that I prefer, but that's what I have on hand right now. Okay, so going in with my primer, I am using the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Primer. This too also has a little bit of a luminescence to it, but it has that banana kind of color, as you can see, in it. That kind of helps brighten the skin, and it helps kind of diminish the appearance of pores as well. So I really enjoy that. It too is nice and lightweight and just adds another kind of dewiness to the skin. I don't look oily. I just feel like it'll look very like lit from within and glowy. And if you have some imperfections, have no fear. You can tell that I picked it myself. I am sorry. Don't come after me. I just, you know, if there's a whitehead on my face, I'm gonna get it. So going in with our foundation, I'm actually mixing two foundations. I'm pretty sure I did this in my last makeup video too, but I'm mixing the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin and the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Pro Filter Longwear Foundation. I'm mixing them just because right now I don't have like a exact foundation in my shade. A lot of these foundations I color matched to when I had my tan from the summer, and I just don't have that anymore. And I'm going to mix those two foundations like so with my beauty blender, and we're going to apply that. Try to keep this out of the way. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful 2020. Mine is going, you know, it's going. I can't complain. I have been diving a lot into spirituality, my own personal kind of enlightenment. It's been quite a journey. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to talk about that. I am nowhere, I want to say like religious, even though at one point I was very like religious, but my stuff kind of been able to grow from that religious mindset into more of a broad spiritual mindset. And it's been like really exciting, just kind of, you know, being inside my own head, I guess, if that makes sense, and just like learning about myself. So that's been something. I would love to hear from you guys and what you guys have been up to and how 2020 is treating you so far. Have you been hitting some goals? I've been in the gym. I was going to do 4 times a week, but I've been in it for 6 times a week. So go me, I guess. Pat myself on the back. But yeah, okay. So now that we're blended in, we're going to kind of concentrate on this area right here. a little bit of that blemish. Let's get this in here. So for that, I am going to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter. It's in the shade Light Warm. And I'm just going to spot conceal a little bit right here like this. Not too much. I don't need too much because I'm not too crazy bad. Very hormonal. We all get it, you know. So we're just going to pat that into the skin. And then I'm also going to highlight underneath the eyes with some concealer. With that, I'm going to go a couple shades lighter. I'm using my, oh no, I dropped my pen. I'm going in with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. It is in the shade 10. I believe shade 10. Not 01, it's shade 10. So this is like a self-setting, so I kind of like it because I don't need too much powder. And I'm not going too crazy with it either. Like I don't need to go too crazy. And we're going to blend that in. The name of the game is to have like really nice, healthy looking skin. I believe that already kind of boosts the appearance. Makes a good impact without having too much going on. And as you can see, I'm kind of blending down and up, almost like in a check mark. This gives a little bit more dimension to the face, gives a little bit more sculpting to the face before adding contour. I'm going to go like this. And I kind of like to take whatever excess is and kind of just highlight that jawbone a little bit right there. And then underneath the nose. And again, kind of going down and up, down and up. You don't have to highlight the nose. This is personal preference. I like to do it just to kind of give me a straighter nose. I broke my nose, my sweet 16, and I'm like, out of everything on my face, I think I'm just a little self-conscious about my nose just because I feel like when I stare at it, I can tell that it's slightly crooked. I'm sure others can't, but I guess we all have that one thing, so don't at me. I am going to set this with some powder. This is Laura Mercier's translucent setting powder. I just had to tear up the packaging because I'm at the tail end of it and I had to, you know, do all that thing where you pull off the lid and you get the remaining powder like gold. So that's what I did. I'm going to set my eyes, make sure that I don't have creases already going because we don't want to set creases. And just kind of pat that into the skin. And if you see me like looking all around, I have mirrors all around that I'm trying to kind of use as viewfinders. So yeah, trying not to look at myself, trying to look at the camera, but also make sure that I'm blending this stuff in right too. So, and we're just patting that into the skin. I'm not really essentially baking rather than I'm just setting everything. I don't really need to bake. I don't find myself being that oily. So I don't really bake. I just set all my creams and my liquids stay in place. And I'm wearing black with setting powder. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. This is in the shade Rosewood. And we're just going to warm up the face. I'm not like really contouring too much versus just kind of giving myself some depth. A little bit more dimension. Just because this is more of like an effortless look. I don't really need that really chiseled, sculpted look versus just having some warmth. I like to take it up into the temples, onto the top of the forehead. I like to do it right underneath the nose. And I had like the biggest itch right there. Oh, I have like hair or something from the Beauty Blender or Sponge or Mika or something. It was like tickling me so bad. Okay, and the other side. Oh, I forgot to add, this is just an e.l.f. brush. It's their highlighting brush, but I like the taperedness of it. So I've just been using it as a bronzing brush. And then I like to kind of take whatever residues up there and I kind of like to start giving like, you know, some depth between the nose and the eye sockets. Again, personal preference. I just like to do it because it gives it more of like a sun-kissed kind of look. And then whatever's left, I kind of pop it underneath my lip and around my jawline as well. Okay, so I know that I definitely use this product in one of my other makeup videos. This is the NARS Loose Pigment in the shade Orgasm. It is not as like golden pink, ooh, as their, I just spilled, like I just put a lot of product in here, as their original Orgasm shade that comes like in their little compacts with like Laguna and stuff. This one is like really kind of bronzy, has like a nice like, I don't know, like, ooh, oh fuck. It has like a bronzy kind of like vibe to it. So that's why I really like it. Watch how pretty it is on the skin. So I just picked up a little bit on a fan brush. This is a Sephora Pro Fan 65. And it gives like a glow. It's just so beautiful, you guys. And I like to pop that right under there. And go like this. Perfect. And whatever's left over, kind of just follow along where I had that bronzer. A little tiny bit goes a long way, so that product will last you forever and ever and ever, I promise. So now going into brows real quickly, like I'm not doing super sculpted brows just because that's not what we're going for today. We're going for like more of like a very like natural, effortless kind of look. And that you can do sculpted brows if that's your thing, but I just like don't do it at this part. I just like to fill them in and just give them more of a kind of concentrated shape, but really not like worrying about like carving them out, having them like super precise and all that good stuff. So this is the Sephora waterproof retractable brow pencil. This is in the 06 soft charcoal. It was on sale for like $6, so I was like, why not get it? And I like to do the contour with my nose almost because I feel like it gives me a better starting point and more symmetry. So I'll try to be a little bit more dead on with the camera and not also have my mirror in the way. So very light strokes. I'm kind of already following my natural brow shape. Thankfully I have a pretty decent brow shape going on, and I don't need to do a lot to my brows. I know not all of us are as fortunate as that, so this might be something that you might take a little bit more time on, but that's okay. And I'm doing little brow strokes up. Like so. I don't want too much product on the front of the brow because I don't want to be like, dude, you know. The spoolie is not that great, but it works. Actually, I have a spoolie in my hand, so we're not going to be lazy. Sometimes I'm lazy and just use it, but I have the spoolie here. And I'm just going to make sure that there's no buildup of product. Bam. See, just like a nice kind of light, fluffy brow going on. If you were to look at me, you might be like, dang, are her brows real? Mostly yes. So the hardest part is getting them to look as much as twin sisters as possible, but have no fear because not all twins are paternal. I know that there's two different ones, but which one is identical? Pretty sure that's paternal twins. Okay, moving on. So let's do the other brow. And again, just light brush strokes. Like I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this pencil because I don't want it to look too heavy anyways. And then again, just going up with some hair stroke like flicks, I guess you could call it. If you guys want a more in-depth like actual brow tutorial, just drop a comment in the comment section below and I will get to work on that for you all. So I used a little bit more product on this side. I just like naturally have less hair, so it kind of builds up a little bit easier on the skin. So we're just going to kind of brush that out to get it as even to the other side, shade-wise and shape-wise. And then I just kind of take my finger and lightly fix any kind of imperfections. But again, sometimes imperfections help with this look because it just makes it look a little bit more natural. So sweet. So now here comes like the really kind of high impact like statement part. So because this is brand new, I usually use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Oh, I got a wedgie. But for today, because I haven't been able to use this, this is my, who is this? Who is this? Oh, Jackie, Aina? Yeah, this one, Jackie. I got it because the packaging was super pretty and the color scheme is actually really nice too. Looks like this. I haven't had a new palette in a while, and I've actually had this palette for a while and just haven't had time to dip into it. So I figured why not today. So because I already kind of based out my eye with the concealer and the foundation, and I already set it, I feel like I can kind of dive right in. But we're not even working on the eyelid today. We are going to kind of smoke out this bottom lash line and do like a really nice bottom wing as well. So I am actually going to be dipping into these shades right here. Edges and ginger. Edges and ginger. And I'm just going to take my brush. This brush is everything. You can use a angled brush, but this brush, as you can see, it has like a nice kind of soft, tapered, angled kind of to it, angle to it, and it's like really kind of dense, so I dig it. So I'm going to dip into edges, dip into ginger, tap that out, and I'm basically just going to smoke my waterline. So I start right in the middle. I don't want too much product on the inner corner because I kind of want to keep that open. So we're just kind of focusing right here right now. And look up towards the ceiling so you can kind of open up the eyelid real estate. Tapping into edges and ginger again. I'm going to kind of do the other side. And just kind of building that up and bringing it a little lower than what you would normally do. And now taking that edge, so it kind of is, you know, angled as so, and not picking up any more product. I'm just using whatever's left on the brush. I'm going to start making like a bottom wing, like so. And I don't want to go too heavy with it because it's always easier to add product than take it away. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. I think this is a really good alternative for people, pardon me, are a little bit intimidated by a wing liner. This might help you kind of get in that wing world, let you kind of start seeing yourself with a wing liner. This is just like my lazy wing liner when I kind of want it to bring up my face, but I don't want to mix with, like, I just don't feel like messing with like a liquid dark eyeliner. So picking up a little bit more product, I'm going to intensify that just a little bit more. Like so. Kind of carry it onto the other side. Now I'm taking a flat brush like this. You can see it's kind of flat. And I'm picking up this dark brown called Credit. Tap, 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 tap. And I'm going to lightly tap it out. And I'm going to kind of take that on the very outer corner just to add a little bit more contrast and depth. And I'm also lightly going to intensify that wing too. Not by too much, but just enough. And again on the other side. Okay, so that was really easy and pain-free. No? Okay. So now we're gonna go probably into the hardest part for everyone. So we are gonna do fake lashes. It's gonna be like a little mini crash course. So first things first is we wanna apply mascara to our lashes first. You don't wanna apply a mascara to your false eyelashes because that will kind of shorten their lifespan. A lot of lashes are, or most lashes should actually be reusable. And then when you just put all that extra gunk on it, it's like makes them heavier. They hold on to more, bacteria and stuff. So you just don't really have to do it. But you do want to coat your normal lashes because usually they're not as dark as those dark black lashes. So I'm just using the Smashbox Superfan mascara. You can just use whatever mascara you prefer or have on hand. I'm sure everybody has their favorite mascara. And we don't really need a mascara that's like we're just going to ride on because we are putting those lashes on top of it. So you don't even have to worry about building up your lashes too much. You just want to make sure that they're just not like, that they're evenly spread out, not super clumpy, so that you don't have like gaps in your mascara. And then, so now, you need to have a pair of tweezers if that's like what you prefer. Some people can use their nails. I like tweezers because it allows me to get very close to the lash line. And you need a pair of lashes. So the lashes that I'm using today are the Huda Beauty. Oh no. The Huda Beauty Hootie lashes. This is what the packaging looks like. There's usually like a dark box behind it, but I threw it away. They look like this. Let's see if we. So I feel like it's really essential for beginners to know. It's awesome to start off with a band like this. So this band is serrated. It's very thin. You don't need to have a liner to be able to hide this band. Sometimes when they're big and false, the band gets big and black and thick. And when you put it on, it almost looks like eyeliner. So we're not going to mess with that today because we want these to be very fluffy and it makes them more malleable. You see, like they're very easy to bend and they're very easy to manipulate. So they're kind of easier to put on. The Ardell Demi Wispies are a great price point. They're one of my favorite pair of lashes and they have an exact style pretty much like this, just not as long and not as dramatic. These are great ones to kind of build up to, but I think practice on the Ardell Demi Wispies is probably your best route. Today I am using the Velour lash glue. You can use the Duo lash glue. Huda Beauty herself uses has a great glue as well. And so I take my tweezers, I take my lash, and before I even put glue on, I pull them out of the packaging. Because these are reused, these are already trimmed and fitted to my eye. But the most important step that you need to do when you get a pair of new lashes is to pull them out of the packaging, bend them around a little bit, let them get a little bit loose, and you're gonna put it on your eye, starting where the natural lash line starts in the inner corner. So you see how I'm setting that there. And then whatever excess you had on the outside of the lash, say like it was hanging out to here, I would trim that, or you would trim that, because that allows it to be more fitted to your lash and comfortable. You don't have excess band poking and stabbing you and making your eye water like crazy. I keep dropping this eyelash. I'm sorry, you guys. So then when you have it trimmed and fitted, you're going to get your glue. I like to use a glue that has a brush applicator because it makes it less messy. And you're going to take that and you are just going to apply a little bit of glue onto the band, trying to stay away from the lashes. A little bit of glue goes a long way. And this goes on kind of like a weird iridescent blue color. I let it get tacky and it almost turns like clear. So we're gonna blow it a little bit. I'm gonna get as close as I can for you guys. And so I have my mirror like this, and I like to take it and set it almost down and up because this opens up the eye. I see a lot of my clients like to just like go straight in for the kill, and that makes the lashes flat and low. So we're gonna go up and set it right there in the middle. See that? I set it right down in the middle. I'm gonna let that kind of catch for a second. And then we'll just kind of start pressing it down as close to the lash line as possible. And it'll move around. So just be patient, especially when you're just now practicing. It'll take some time. But that's why I like the tweezers, because I can kind of go in and just lightly stick it and kind of clamp it down to the lashes. And you see what a big impact that this does. Like I almost look like a full face glam with just a pair of lashes. When you're getting ready in the morning and you actually master this look, it's going to take you 10-15 minutes tops. Perfect. And then I like take my finger and like kind of press it up even more. Kind of push, push, push as so. And you shouldn't feel anything poking or stabbing you. They might feel a little bit heavy at first, but your eye will get used to that. Okay, moving on to the other side. Take our lash, take our glue. Like so. I like to take a little bit and just kind of put it right there on the ends. And we're almost done. You guys, we are almost done. I'm sorry guys if you noticed that there was like a bloop, bloop in the clip. My phone died, and so I hope that you got the gist of the eyelash application. I can go into a more in-depth one, but we're just going to continue on. So now I like to take the bottom lashes, and I'm just going to add just a light coat on those bottom lashes. Perfect. And then I'm actually going to take my pinky finger and the color Trust Issues. And it's like a really kind of iridescent goldy white color. And I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. This just helps open up the eye and give a more awake, alert appearance. Pretty, so pretty. All right, so now we're gonna go on the lips. I lightly line my lips. So I'm taking my Urban Decay Liar Lip Liner. You can tell that this is one of my favorite liners because I have used it to the end. And I just take a little bit underneath. And as I get to the inner corner, I kind of blend more up instead of actually lining. I just kind of fill that area in. And I do overline a little bit. If you don't want to overline a little bit, by all means, don't. And cute though. Perfect. So this might be a little bit unconventional, but I actually take that same concealer, my Makeup Forever concealer. I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I dab a little bit of that onto the center of my lip. It's almost like a white liquid lip because it does set. I don't know. I just really like the lip combo that it gives me. I just stumbled upon it and I ended up falling in love with it. And now my favorite part is highlight. Today I am using the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm How Many Carats highlight. It's one of my favorites. Look how beautiful that is, y'all. It is just stunning. It's like perfect for New Year's, birthday, just wanting to shine bright like a diamond, basically. And I take like this flat little eyeshadow brush, and I just like to use this to apply it. Hey. And I just kind of tap that in. It's just so pretty, you guys. And as you can see, like, this is a pretty full face. If I wasn't talking through the whole thing, it wouldn't have been such a long video, but because I was like really taking my time to explain, it kind of dragged on. But when you guys master it, you should be able to get it down pretty quickly and just have a really pretty, high impact face with very minimal effort and time. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was a pleasure doing it. I'm glad that I finally sat down and got myself in the chair and was able to hang out with you all. If you liked this kind of video, please hit a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs it down so I know what not to do. And leave a comment, your love, whatever you want in the comment box below. Make sure that you subscribe if you like me. If not, then keep it moving and hit that